I'm Jade Sarkhel and this is MYCOMEUP. If I put it broadly, I'm a creative. I was struggling to answer the question because it's like a whole exploration thing for me, because I've gone from working for someone to wanting to do something on my own. So I can't just say I'm a photographer because I still do lots of other little bits, but in general, they're all creative. So when you're working for another company, you've got someone else's name, you're doing the work and it sits under someone else's name, so you've got like some protection. And then you go out on your own and you produce something and you put it out there, and it's you putting your stuff out there for other people to judge. So I used to always deal with like really caring much more about what other people think of me than what I think of myself. So in that scenario, you haven't got a brand. I didn't choose to have a name of a company instead of my own name. So for me to go and take a photograph of something or to produce a piece of design work and to have my name on it, it's literally going, this is me, this is what I can do. And you're leaving it completely open for someone to tell you whether they like it or not. And that's quite a, if you're not a resilient person, or if you don't have your own solid self-esteem, then it can like take a hit on you. It's difficult. As a female, it is completely different, I think, because you have to be really aware of how you play it. Part of what I do is my character, so people don't just hire you as a photographer, they look at how you are on social media, how you interact with people, how you look. I think that plays a huge part in it, so I've always got to double think how I interact with people. People that know me quite well, it's quite clear what I do and how I'm here, kind of thing. But for people that I've met maybe for the first time or follow me on social media, a lot of people might think that it's down to luck, or that I've got contact, like I've pulled strings to get favours or whatever. Yeah, being lucky, but I do like a hell of a lot. Just name dropping, constantly, subconsciously networking, reading, self-development, random things that are not even related to my industry, but just, you know. I watched that Steve Jobs speech on connecting the dots, and he talks about how you do all of these random things throughout life, and then when you look back on your life in reflection, you realise that actually all of those things that you did, whether it had any strategic purpose or not, benefits you in some way. So when people think that I'm here now, supposedly quite successful quite quickly, and they think that it's luck or whatever, it's not. It's just like constantly plotting little things here and there, and then they connect in the end. Predominantly do photography work at the moment. I'd say about 80% of my revenue comes from photography, mainly food photography and a bit of lifestyle, and more travel like photojournalism stuff. So the thing that's helped me the most in attracting clients would be, I'd say, mainly word of mouth, and then secondly Instagram, big time. There's a bigger conversion rate through word of mouth, definitely, because people will just literally say yes, definitely, we'll book the shoot next week if it's through a personal recommendation. But the second thing is Instagram, because it's so visual. It's literally my online portfolio. I differentiate my Instagram profile from adding in a lot of personal element to it. I think a lot about the description that goes with it. I tell people things that are maybe a little bit personal. I mix it up with behind the scenes shots quite a lot, and actually other photographers quite like to see things like that. So yeah, it's a mix of portfolio stuff and then also behind the scenes bits. Fear is like, there's a love-hate relationship with it. So it kind of needs to be there for me. Otherwise I don't do that extra bit that needs to be done. But when I feel my fear like right in my solar plexus here, and it's usually a signal. It's usually an action signal for me to go and do something. So it comes in when I think that I'm not going to perform, or I won't be able to have that creative vision when I get into a shoot. So I will go and I will sit on Pinterest or Instagram and I'll pull together a mood board. I'll do something that gets the creative process started, and then it diffuses quite quickly. That's in a sense like linked directly to work. If it's to pitch for a new job, then loads of techniques like power poses in the toilet, or, you know, there's, yeah, loads of stuff. But it's not always a negative thing, like, I think I need it there. When I think about 5 years from now, I imagine that I'll be in a position where I have a lot more freedom personally and professionally. I think the aim is to, in some way, still be doing a job that I really love, use it to travel more. The most valuable thing I've learned in my story so far has been to do with myself, I think, in terms of feeling so much more grounded and steady, because the recognition comes from inside as opposed to outside.